Hi, everybody. This is Mia Deneen, and this is Thoughts from the Prayer Closet. Today, I just want to tell you a little bit about what God has been dealing with me about in my personal time. I must confess that in these past couple of weeks, me and my personal time with God has truly been a struggle. I know that as some, there are just sometimes I'm too sleepy. Sometimes I just haven't been completely focused. Sometimes I've been knowing that I haven't been exactly going 100%, 100%, exactly giving 100% to my relationship with God. And so, like all children, just like Adam and Eve in the garden, I've kind of been hiding a little bit. And today has been a day of grace because I've been able to get back into the Word. I know that when I'm not in the Word, that those are times that anxiety and depression and self-focus really begin to be struggles for me. Um, because when I don't have that focus on God, immediately the focus becomes me, and not me, generally not me in terms of, oh, I'm so great, but me in terms of, what's wrong with my family, what's wrong with me, I'm not good enough, I'm not as far as I should be in my spiritual walk. I'm not as far as I should be professionally. Am I giving the kids a good education? Am I being the best wife that I can be? What's going to happen in the future? And all kinds of things begin to plague my mind when my mind is not stayed on the Lord. And basically, I just know, and this is something that God revealed to me in a prayer time, is that pride, um, vanity, and low self esteem, all of that comes from the same exact place. I mean, some of us have, a spirit that says, I'm all of that. I can do for myself. I don't need anybody to help me handle my business. Some of us have an attitude that's like that. And there is pride and vanity there. However, some of us have an attitude like, oh, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. I'm too this. I'm too that. I'll never make it. I'm not talented enough. I'm not pretty enough. And God revealed to me that all of that comes from the same place. When we're focused on self, we're always going to be on the wrong side of the continuum. Either we're going to be that person that is puffed up with pride and vanity, thinking that we're better than what we should be, or we are going to allow the enemy to drag us in the opposite end of the spectrum and say, you're a failure. You're completely not going to be anything. And so I just want to encourage you to spend your time with God, because when we spend our time with God, then everything, when we put God in his rightful place in our lives, then everything else falls in order perfectly under him. So, and there are just a couple of things that I want to just encourage you to do. These are some things that I do. I always begin prayer with worship. When Jesus taught us how to pray, he said we begin our prayers with our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Before we even begin with a petition, we have to recognize, we have to re-recognize all over again who we are and who God is, that he is holy and that he is high and that his name is to be revered, that his name is hallowed, most high and holy. And so that helps us to refocus ourselves, to get to kind of recognize that when we are speaking to God, that we are in the presence of holiness, that we are in the presence of the Most High. And then another thing is positioning. When I'm praying to God, yes, I pray with my head bowed. Sometimes I pray with my head unbowed, like when I'm driving in my car. Sometimes I pray with my eyes wide open. But when I get a chance to spend my time in my prayer closet alone with God, I like to get low. I like to get on my face, completely down. And it's just what it is it is a reminder to me that I am a woman. I am a child of God. I am under authority. Because when I get low, I can, it's just a reminder to myself that I should be prostrating myself before God in my actions, in my life, not just in my posture. But it just helps me to refocus and to know who I am and who He is. And once I can get that in my mind, once I can put God in His proper place as Most High, then it's almost like the fog clears and I can kind of see again, that, what I'm doing as a homeschool mother, what I'm doing as a wife, what I'm doing as a child of God. It's all for Him and about Him and through Him. And when I can get that into my head and into my heart, then it changes my perspective on everything. I no longer am, this, self-focused, low self-esteem person. No, I am who God says I am. And I can do all things through the strength of Him who gives me that strength. And so everything the fog lifts and I'm able to see more clearly when I focus in on God. So I just wanted to share that with you. God bless you. And I hope that you will enjoy your week spending time with God and watch the cloud lift. This is Thoughts from the Prayer Closet. God bless you.